One of D&D's most popular subclasses, the Echo Knight Fighter, is now available in Baldur's Gate 3 thanks to Sumradagnoth and their 5e Fighter Subclass Combined mod. This just recently added in the Echo Knight, so I'll be showing you a full build for this, as it's a very cool class, as you can create your own Echo here and do a bunch of different effects utilizing the Echo. Now, this is a very popular class in D&D because you can do some cool things like peer through a door hole, create your echo through the door, and then teleport yourself to it. But I'll be breaking down all the different abilities that we get with this and showcasing some combat. This will be a level 20 build as well, so we'll start off obviously as a fighter here. For our fighting style, defense is typically the best choice for that +1 armor class, but you can also go with the great weapon fighting or dueling if you prefer a two-handed or one-handed sword. I like to keep it versatile, so I'll go with the defense feat there. And then for our ability scores, this is going to be dependent if you want to use dexterity or a strength-based weapon. And in Baldur's Gate 3, since our initiative die uses a d4, dexterity is typically the best way to build around this, so you can swap these points around as you see fit. But I'll be rolling with something like this, either putting the points into our constitution, our dexterity, or into our constitution. Level 2, action surge, enough said. But level 3 is when we get to pick our subclass here. There's also a bunch of other subclasses here with the 5e Fighter subclass combined. And here, the Echo Knight. The Echo Knight summons the fading shades of unrealized timelines to aid them in battle. Surrounded by the echoes of their own might, they charge into the fray with a cycling swarm of shadows and strikes. So you get the Unleash incarnation use. The number of times you can heighten your echo's fury is equal to your constitution modifier, minimum of 1. Attack near echo. When you take the attack action, you can use your echo space to determine the range of your melee attacks. This is really cool, and I'll show you the implementation of that. There's also the opportunity attack near echo. When an enemy you can see within 1.5 meters of your echo moves at least 1.5 meters away from it, you can make an opportunity attack against the enemy as if you were in the echo space. This is really useful. You can set this up in a variety of different ways. And there's also the Unleash incarnation. Whenever you make a melee attack, you can use your echo space to determine the range of the attack and make an additional melee attack. Really nice. We also get the ability to manifest our echo here, move our echo, and also swap places with it magically, which is really effective in a variety of different ways. This is a class that's important to put yourself into a good position and have your echo in a good position, because it only has 1 health point, but it can't be selected by a lot of spells. And the way they implement it is it's low on the AI's priority list. They also do have a page. If you go to their mod.io page and scroll down to the Echo Knight here, you can check out the full implementation here if you want to get a little bit more technical with it. I'm not going to read through all of this because there's a lot of information Sumradagnoth's put together. But at level 4, we get our first feat here. So alert is typically a good choice for the +5 initiative, never a bad idea. However, you can also go with an increase or constitution or dexterity, depending on what you want to go with. And Savage Attacker is a good choice to reroll your damage die as well, so you could go with that there. I'm going to go with a bit of a dexterity build, so you can go with that. If you're going strength, put your points into strength. Level 5, extra attack, big power spike. We all know how great that is. But level 6 gives us another feat here. So at this point, I think alert is a great choice just for survivability, especially if you're on some of the harder difficulty modes. Level 7 gives us the Echo Avatar. Transfer your consciousness to your Echo, allowing it to remain manifested and roam freely without a distance restriction. You'll be blinded and have a reduced mobility while in this state. There's a concentration as well. What's cool about this is you can use your Echo as a scout, so you can send it forward, keeping you and your party safe. That's really cool, especially on honor mode. If you are forgetting where you need to go, you can always scout ahead with your Echo. Level 8 gives us another feat. We're going to increase our dexterity, take the Savage Attacker, or even tough, which will give us an extra 2 health points per level. I'm building around dex because being able to go first is really useful, and getting your dexterity modifier to +5 is also quite nice. You can also put your strength points or constitution as you see fit for more health or damage with your strength-based weapons. Level 9, Indomitable, rerolling your saving throws, always a good thing, and we get further abilities once we go past level 12. At level 10, we get the Shadow Martyr. Once per short rest, when another creature you can see would be hit by an attack, you can use your reaction to teleport your Echo, causing the attack to miss the original target and hit the Echo instead. This is really good just for protecting the team, giving us a lot of utility when it comes to combat. Level 11, improved extra attack. You know the deal. It's great. Level 12, another feat. And then at this point, Savage Attacker or Tough are a good choice. Tough giving us that extra health, and Savage Attacker giving us extra damage on every single attack. Level 13 gives you Indomitable 2. Whenever you fail a saving throw, you can reroll that die using it. Protects you again. Level 14, another feat. At this point, we have a lot of choices. I think Tough just makes it for a great choice because this will increase the overall health that you have. Level 15 gives us the Reclaim Potential use. The number of times you can absorb the fleeting magic of your Echo is equal to your Charisma modifier. And the Reclaim Potential, whenever your Echo is destroyed by taking damage, you can recover temporary health equal to 2d6 plus Constitution modifier, which is pretty nice. And you can always just resummon another Echo back in. Level 16 gives us another feat here. If you want to go dual wielder, you can take 2 heavier weapons, which is kind of cool. The Mage Slayer ability is also kind of nice, giving you advantage on saving throws against spells, and you can make a reaction attack against a caster, and enemies you hit have disadvantage on Constitution saving throws, oftentimes breaking their concentration, which is kind of a nice choice here with the Echo Knight, because you can make some extra attacks against enemies. You can also go with the ever-powerful Great Weapon Master, which will reduce your chance of hit, but it increases your overall damage by 10. And the Lucky Feat is also a nice one. We're going to go with the Great Weapon Master here and go with the two-handed sword, as I find that that's just a lot of fun to use. Level 17 gives you Indomitable 3, always nice. And then into level 18, we get our subclass feature, Legion of 1. You can create 2 echoes when you use your Manifest Echo. Anything you do from one echo's position can be done from the other instead. If both are destroyed, you can manifest, or both are destroyed if you manifest the third one. At the start of combat, if you have no use of your Unleash Incarnation feature left, you can regain a single use to give yourself that extra health, which is always great. Level 19 gives us our final feat here, so Lucky again is a good one. We're going to go with the Mage Slayer, because I think this actually works out pretty well here, because we can make extra opportunity attacks, breaking enemies' concentrations. And level 20, if you get the extended level curve mod, gives you an extra attack 3, so you can do 4 attacks with an action, which is awesome. Now, the armor that I'm wearing is from the Knights and Dames armor mod, so you can check that one out. It's got a lot of really great designs. Now, as for gear, I like the Helm of Baldur in late game for extra armor class survivability, can't be critically hit, can't be stunned. Early game, you can go with something like the Haste Helm to increase your overall mobility. The Scabby Pugilist Circlet, which will give you, the Scabby Pugilist Circlet will give you additional damage when you're surrounded by enemies. So those are some other fun ones you can go with. I just think Helm of Baldur is best late game. Cloak of Protection, or Feed the Dark Urge, use the Deathstalker Mantle. Now, the Armor of Agility will give our armor class a nice 27 there, because it gives us our full dexterity modifier, and I built around dexterity for the initiative and the armor class there. Armor persistence otherwise, which will set your armor class to 25, but you also get the blade ward and resistance, so you'll take a lot less damage that way. And it reduces all incoming damage by 2, you just can't stealth. I like the armor of agility here myself, so that's what we'll be rolling with for increased armor class. I have the Dark Justiciar gauntlets on. These are a good choice, but you can also go with some of the other ones, like the Gloves of Surging Accuracy. When you use Action Surge, you get a 1d4 bonus to attack rolls. You can also go with the Gloves of Dexterity if no one else has them. You can also add in something like, if you go clothing, I guess, Bracer Defense would be with a single level dip with the Barbarian for best optimization there. Martial Exertion Gloves, not a bad choice, giving you that extra action. You can take damage to give yourself that. It's useful. Legacy of the Masters gives +2 to attack and damage, which is always nice, and +1 to strength saving throws. Helldusk Gloves will give you fire damage on your attacks too, so it's really up to you. I'm going to keep the Dark Justiciar gauntlets. The green numbers feels cool alongside this. And the Evasive Shoes, but if you got the Illithid ability Drain, the Boots of Stormy Clamor can be nice to stack Reverberation. I'm also going with the Sword of Chaos. This gives even further necrotic damage, so that's really cool. And on hit, you regain health, so just makes you more immortal. Killer Sweetheart for the critical hit, Ring of Protection. Hellrider Lombo for the +3 to initiative. Early game, go with Fowler Aloof. That's a really great weapon you can use, and then use a shield alongside that. You can also add in something like the any really weapon that you prefer using. Something like the Halberd of Vigilance actually makes a lot of choice, +1 initiative advantage on perception checks. And when you make an attack as a reaction, you make it with advantage. The reason that's so good is because you get extra reach with this weapon, and then our Echo will have advantage on their opportunity attacks. So this may be actually the best choice as far as weapons go, and it adds additional 1d4 of force damage to it as well. Extra reach just being so nice. So even you could go with the Sentinel perk and the Polearm Master. Those are 2 other really good feats alongside this if you wanted to take something a little different. All right, so getting into combat, what's nice is you get this passive attack near Echo here, which actually lets you attack enemies. So immobile attacking, you can see there, we used our Echo to make the attack against that target, which is pretty cool. So you get a lot of range with this class, which I really like. So we'll go again, making the attack. We missed, unfortunately, but we don't have to get that close. And what's great about this is it's all about positioning. So you can use this to take out enemies that are a bit further away from your character. You can toggle that off to regain your own momentum and movement speed again. But it's just a really cool ability that prioritizes your own mobility. So you can move your Echoes around here. Like if we wanted to attack this target over here, we can move our Echo to over there. And then didn't end up working properly there. There are some limitations, like it does have to be within the movement. Like we'll try that again there. So yeah, it flew to the area that we wanted it to. And then we can go ahead with our attack near Echo and then make the attack. Oh, that's giving a little bit of a blur. We'll attack using our Echo there and use the Executioner. Free critical hit, that took out the target. So pretty good. It's cool. You're really about setting up in prime positions to get your extra clones there to make those attacks. and we'll go ahead with just a regular attack here against this target. Boom, took them out, and then go for another one. The nice thing is, once you get to fighter level 20, you get so many extra attacks, you can just start mowing them down like you're a lawnmower here. And with the Great Weapon Master all in, since we summoned in our Manifest Echo outside of combat, we don't have to use our bonus action to get that free attack, so then we can use the Great Weapon Master attack there. The nice thing is, halberds get that extra range too, so you can just start shredding them down just like you see here. And yeah, what's also great about this is you can reposition if there's a target that you need to take out. So like, we're going to tell them to move right there, and that didn't work. We'll try number 2. It may take a couple attempts to get that to work properly. There we go. So we got it to move. We can use our action surge here, and then use our attack near echo to attack this target that normally I wouldn't be able to attack because it would mind break my character. So this is a peak use for it. And then we can toggle that back and then go with our normal attack there to make the attack against this target. So yeah, it's absolutely a shredder of a character. And I also like to use any type of arrows. Don't really make massive amount of sense to use from a your character there, but you can literally just set up with things like this here. I like the Hellrider Longbow to apply the Fairy Fire, which gives you advantage on your attacks too. But yeah, the fighter gets a lot of attacks. That's 12, 13 attacks that we made, so quite a few of them. And whenever it's your Echo's turns, you just skip their turns. And the Shadow Martyr here, so about to hit Minsk with an attack, you can use one of the clones to substitute itself and end up not hitting it there, which ate our clone up. But we also get the reclaim potential from Shadow Martyr here, so that gives us our charisma our Constitution modifier plus a 2d6 of health. So that's nice, giving us a little bit extra healing there. We end up getting attack and losing it. I love having Indomitable because it can sometimes save, sometimes not. Now on your Echo, they have the show movement area. It's a very faint line you can see right there, 9-meter radius. It'll just highlight yourself there so you can see exactly where the Shadow Clone can move. Not super great radius, but it does show it there. So there's a character hiding back there. So we're gonna move our Shadow there, and it has a cool little flying animation. And then we're gonna take that target out using our Echo there. So we'll use this ability, immobile attacking near Echo, should allow us to attack. Oddly enough, not working, so we'll just go ahead with attacking the targets that we have close to us to take them out. Boom, that was a lot of damage, and then we'll follow that up with another one. There we go, taking out that target, and then, there we go, we got line of sight now properly. So yeah, you have to have the line of sight. He was being blocked by that wall there, but we swapped our Echo out there, and they were able to attack them. So yeah, this is pretty powerful. Fun. Use Tactician Enhance if you want to make it even more challenging if you're using the level 20 mod. This is a great subclass, the Echo Knight, one of the most popular, now available and hopefully coming to consoles soon. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Hit the subscribe button below if you haven't already. Hope you have a great day, and we'll catch y'all in the next video.